Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back for another brand new video. We're back with another aftermath. I do apologise about us missing the last one, just obviously Christmas time, that sort of takes priorities, but we're back, we're here, we're talking about Rangers versus Motherwell, and towards the end of the video I'm going to surprise Snags. If you've seen the title and you saw how clickbait it is, we'll do a old firm discussion as well. But let's introduce the man in the moment, the man that's wearing a scarf and a hat. How are we, Snagster? Snags
I'm good. I'm good. Hello, everybody. Very, very nice to see you. Thanks for having me on, as usual, for this aftermath. Looking forward to it.
Oh, love it. Lovely, mate. I just want to say we're still very Christmassy. We just didn't let it go at all. I feel kind of weird, though, because I'm wearing the shirt that Simi wore, and I hate Simi with every fibre of my being, so he's kind of really...
You fucking love Simi.
Oh, stop it. Stop
Why don't you explain to the viewers about your WhatsApp picture? What is that? Is that got Simi in it? I'm pretty sure it has, you know.
What picture? You're breaking kayfabe right now, eh? You're telling all the wrestling rules, all right? We just hate each other online.
I'm just telling the truth, mate.
Oh, I can't love you, Simi. I can't be watching. I'm already getting digs with the t-shirt. There he's up. Have it. Right, okay, let's start off now, because I've just woke up 10 minutes ago, as I was saying, to Snags, so there might be a couple of starters just here. And I'll let you go, because you're the guest on the channel, Snags. I always love it when you're on the channel. I will allow you to go first with Big Fudz. What would you give him out of 10?
I gave Big Fudz a 6.
All right.
I thought Fudz had a very quiet night. Didn't have too much to do apart from that early block in the first half. That's all I really remember him doing, to be honest. I think there was one point where, is it Bannerman or something, had a shot across goal. And it was pretty poorly positioned for it, and that should have gone in, to be fair. So I gave him a 6.
Yeah, I gave him a 6 as well, and I just wrote not called upon too much. I kind of think of one special thing that he'd done in the game, but that's sort of credit to maybe the defence as well. But yeah, that Bannerman thing, it looked like a goal, because the way like Tom Miller and that, because they were having banter, and then it was just a quick counter, and then they just stopped dead, and they just went, and then it rolled across, and I was like, oh no. If they fucking sneaked this, but thankfully never. But so I give him a 6 as well, then, mate. So Tring, you've not got the wee thingamabob in there.
Oh, sorry, mate. The wee harmonica. Hang on.
I can. Eh?
Luckily, it is in reach.
Yes.
There you go.
We're always improving the channel. We're very high quality here at the channel. Right, let's move on to Blue Cafu, Sunderland bound, if you believe the papers. I gave Tav a 7 out of 10. That was my rating.
Same as me.
Shit, mate, we're getting good at this, right? I said whipped a couple of delicious crosses in again. I think I even put up on Twitter his crosses we just didn't deserve. Like Niko had one where he touched it down beautifully and then hit it straight at the goalkeeper, and Morelos should have scored for one as well. His crossing's just delightful, and I'm shite myself for the transfer window now. I can give him a 7 rating, but is there anything else that maybe I never covered there that gave him his rating? And also, how do you feel about the Sunderland news?
I just put he worked hard all game to create. He was lucky not to score himself in the first half, and actually I was quite pleased he went himself. To be honest, I think he deserves a wee shot on goal. And if speculation is to be believed, then he might be off because didn't he reject a contract offer in the summer? I'm pretty sure he did, and I think he's been trying to work his ticket to get noticed down south. So I hope he doesn't go. I think we should be trying everything in our power to keep him, and it would be sad to see him go. And I don't think we would easily replace him. Yeah,
it's going to be a same one because if he goes, his direct replacement is Hodgson.
Don't he?
Right, well, just read the whole video. May as well just end it there. Let's just.
Thanks everyone.
Have a nice new year, lads. We're going to have Hodgson as a right back. Good luck. Just end broadcast. But yeah, so overall in the game though looked very, very good, and hopefully it doesn't enjoy Sunderland. That's my thoughts. Right, big Bruno Alves, number 22 with the captain's armband. There's a different Bruno, I thought, but I'll allow you to go first and give him a rating. How'd you go with big Bruno?
7.
Oh, it's close to me actually.
One every header. I thought he marshalled the back line really well, and I think Wilson needs him to kind of perform the way that he has been performing. Alves is keeping him on point, and I thought he did all right. He didn't do anything spectacular. Other than the touch-in for the Morelos goal. Or was it the Wilson goal? No, it was the Wilson goal.
Aye, because he touched it in, he passed it to Wilson, and Wilson fucking smashed it in.
Correct, beautiful.
Yeah. Because obviously got an assist as well. Right, I've given him 2 ratings because obviously I went back and watched the game again the second time because we always have to do that. You can't just judge it on the first. So I gave him an 8 the first time, but then seeing the first maybe 25 minutes, he gave the ball away a lot. Yeah. Like a lot. So I changed it down to a 6. So I'm just going to panic and just go a 7.
Okay.
Because if you go back in that first 25 minutes, he was shinning balls, like he was trying to clear the ball, just kept giving it away. But in the second half and everything, like, yeah, he did look very nervous, mate. And I never really picked up on that because I was kind of living in the high, obviously just winning the game. So I was like, yes, blue goggles, how amazing did he play? And then you go back and you look and you're like, holy fuck me. We could have actually conceded for a couple of times. But that was more the Bruno Alves that I thought we were going to get, very commanding in the box. And beautiful little touchdown for Wilson. It was kind of underrated because he took a touch first, and then he just slipped in, perfectly weighted, and that helped finish as well. So got an assist for a centre back, so we'll take that. Right, Danny Wilson. It's coming a bit of a channel favourite, mate. The comeback kid. That's what I'm going to start calling him.
Exactly.
Right, it's my turn now. It
is your turn.
I gave him an 8, and I've kept him at an 8.
Same as me.
Yes, mate. Oh, fuck.
And man of the match?
I'm not wanting to ruin that. You always do this, Snags. It's supposed to be at the end.
So?
Aye, okay, that was absolutely.
Yeah,
that's a high five. Let's just. Anyone that's listening to this audio, they just want to get this, but just something magical just happened. But yeah, so Wilson. Wilson really stood out to me. I thought he was brilliant. Fantastic finish. His long diagonal balls that he's kind of normally 50-50 on, 9 times out of 10 they all sort of worked, and that was a standout performance. Tom Miller and Burnsy was just lapping him up. He's just like talking him up so rotten, and rightly so. Everything they sort of mentioned. I think Robertson as well was there, and yeah, he was really a big fan of him in that game as well. So yeah, standout performance and man of the match from me.
Aye, same. Great goal and assist for Morelos' goal. I mean, like you say, his long shots were superb. Even his short passing game was on point last night. He couldn't put a foot wrong. And fair play, and I hope it continues. Couple of little moments where he kind of reverted back to his old self, where he does this thing where he just ball watches all the time. Yeah. So when the ball's coming over the top of him, he watches the flight of the ball and never looks at the man that he's supposed to be tracking. So if the ball inadvertently gets passed back over, he's already lost his man. He just needs to have that one look. Do you know what I mean? As the ball's coming over the top, then he can refocus, shuft, whatever, do what he needs to do. But he's guilty of that, and he needs to work that out his game.
Mm-hmm. Perfect, mate. You just slap him down, eh? I think this is going to be basically the back. That's definitely going to be the back line for the Celtic game. Are you comfortable with those back three before we move on to John? Like those positions, that's kind of like a best of our best, I think.
Yeah,
and that was a good.
That is the best, but the best we've got.
So it could be an interesting one. But let's talk about DJ. How do you feeling? Obviously, no goals today, but he was quite unlucky with a couple of wee runs and everything. I thought he was alright.
Yeah, he was. I gave him a 6.
Yeah,
and I put C Wes because like you say, he did have a couple of unlucky things, but I do think he had a fairly quiet night. But he did put in a good shift, so 6.
Right, I gave him a 6 as well. But so a tringer, just let's do special effects. Right. And I just said tireless performance, coming a wee bit maybe a consistent sort of player. He still scares me a wee bit defensively, and I think if there is a weak spot, even with Tavernier being there, I still think it's Declan John just defensively. But again, he's young and he's only going to improve. It makes me a wee bit nervous, and he's the one player in the back line I look at, I'm like, this could go wrong, just because how light and much he likes to go forward. But again, a good little performance there against a very overly physical Motherwell side. Right. Very, very over physical. Right, Ross McCrorie, what's the story? I believe
Sure.
you or me? I can't do it because I just woke up. I gave him a 7 out of 10. I thought he was a bit of he got amongst the battles and everything like that. He always tried to make things happen, which I really liked. Like I've written here again a silly booking, but it was us giving the ball away cheaply, and he just went and nailed a player. And yeah, he's adding a wee bit more nastiness to his game, which I kind of like. But I need to ask you, Snags, is he missing the Celtic game because of that booting? Because I've got loads of tweets saying that's him suspended now for accumulation of yellow cards. That could be fuck. I never thought so either, but I saw the.
It wasn't mentioned in the press conference today, so I'm going to say no.
Right, that's good then, because I was shite myself for that. I was down to ask you that, but I gave him a 7. It wasn't like, I wouldn't say it was his best game, but I still thought he played really, really well, and he's just turning into a very It looks like he's been playing there 5 years, Snags. He's been playing there 5 months.
I know.
He's literally
made his debut back in September.
It's unbelievable, and he's played 2 different positions, centre back and centre defensive mid, and he strolled it. He's scary, and I like it. Scary in a good way.
Well, I gave him a 6, and I was a bit more harsh on him than you.
Right, okay.
Just because my expectations of him were high, and I said, and please don't fucking rip me for this, but I think people might agree, but I thought it was one of his worst performances this season.
Wow. Okay.
I thought he gave the ball away way too easily at times. he did try and match Motherwell physically, but like you say, he just picks up that silly booking, and he needs to mature a little bit more in that role.
Right. So that's fair enough, mate. If that's what you see, good luck with the comments. Nah.
I think people will agree with me.
Is that what the case? Is this the start already?
Oh, look, it's starting already. There we go. Thanks, lads. Cheers.
Oh, Lee. Oh, Robert. Fucking 8-2, lads, eh? Right, let's move on to, sadly, Ryan Jack. And obviously, you're going first with this one. He played 40 minutes. Did you give him a rating, or did you?
I gave him a 6. And I said he was thuggishly tapped out the game. A horrendous challenge, and it was a shame because he was starting to come into the game at that point, and obviously wasn't given a chance. What a shame.
I gave him a 7 just because I love Ryan Jack. Nah, like I thought he'd done a couple of good little challenges, and towards the end, that one where he won the ball and then he ran all the way and charged it. I just love like Burnsy's like hanging like in the commentary. He's like, "Go on, son, go on. You're past him. He's not catching you." So that's what I just kept saying the rest of the game. And yeah, I'm devastated. I think he's definitely out. I think it's been confirmed that he is out for the Old Firm game now, I believe.
I mean, Murray said in the press conference that he wasn't sure they were going to give him time, but I think we can pretty much assume that he's out.
Yeah, they're probably just not want to confirm it, just so like Celtic can start game planning for whoever else. That like, it's just the old classic thing. Josie never tells about any players that's injured until literally an hour before kickoff. I'm devastated for that one because we really needed him for Celtic. I'm sure we'll talk about that towards the end, though. But how did you feel his replacement played? Little Jonas Barjo.
He was fantastic. I gave him a 7, and I think he's pretty much put himself in the starting 11 for against Celtic. I thought he was brilliant. I said in my notes that he did very well with his touch for Wilson's goal. It was absolutely sublime. And I said that he may start ahead of Jack on Saturday. So that's what I wrote down.
My standout moment for a wee Bar Jonas is when Morelos was put through 1-on-1 and he kind of messed up the shot. But then Bar Jonas had the confidence, he ripped it. And I'd never wanted that shot to go in so much in my life because I thought his performance deserved it. But it was a great save. I actually gave him an 8. I don't know if I went way too high there, but I gave him an 8 just because I love him.
Nice.
Yeah. Tidy. There was a couple of times though where I thought like sometimes the crowd was a wee bit like groaning when he was passing the ball back, but I thought he'd done his job right. Like he kept the ball moving and he moved the ball forward when he had to. Maybe like what you were saying about Ross McCrorie, sometimes forced it and gave the ball away. I thought Bar Jonas was the exact opposite. He kept the ball rolling, passed it forward when he needed to, and when it was too risky, he passed it back and kept possession. Great poise for a young person. I reckon how old he is, 19 or something.
Aye, something like that. I think it's good though. You know, a lot of people see passing back to the defence as a negative thing, but generally when the players are doing that, they're doing it because they're trying to work the Motherwell team out of shape so that they can create a chance in behind and obviously work a counter. So it's, you know, sometimes they'll do it too much and then I can see the point. But if they're going back once to come forward, then that's absolutely fine. It's just part of the moment of the game.
So all right, moving on to Mark Menzies' favourite, Jason Holt. Jason Holt, how did you feel about WJ Holt? Struggled the last 2 games.
I gave him a 7. I thought he worked really hard, and I thought he covered Kranjcar's lack of pace well at times, which I think actually prevented them from being more positive in forward play because he was covering a lot. But I'm guessing that's what Graham Murray told him to do. And I thought, you know, it was a tireless shift, and you know that's why I scored him a 7. I do like the lad.
Scott there on the channel, one of the moderators for the chat, he sums up, says he's an absolute, well, he says he's a workhorse, and I agree with that. He just runs, mate. I thought he's been quite poor the last 2 games because I thought like he was just bouncing off people because they were too overly physical with him. But this game he showed what he was worth there. Didn't he pick up any silly bookings early on? He was free, he challenged, he ran the ball forward, he ran it when he needed to, pass when he needed to, and it was a very, very good performance for him because I thought he struggled, but yeah, that was a standard performance, so I gave him a 7 out of 10.
There we go.
Bang. Oh, nailed it. Right, let's talk about Mr. Controversial, Big Niko Kranjcar. Mate, like the thing with the Kranjcar, I think it started when me and Baz was arguing on the podcast like a long time ago, like on the We Work on the Chase podcast, because he was like, that's who we need, and I was like, no, it fucking isn't it? Right? And we're a bit of back and forth, and ever since then I've just been like turned them off. Played well, and annoyingly. But he played well in ways that I didn't expect him to, with his physicality. Like a couple of times he dived into 50-50s, and the big one I know I tweeted out as well, and I spoke about it in the recap, is around about the 40th minute is when it was a 50-50 and he dove in and he won the ball and he got the man as well, but the crowd went absolutely nuts and it rallied all the fans up. I thought that astounded it. But I'm not going to jump too high and believe in the hype because he did give the ball away a lot, Snags. Like he kept trying a lot of passes, so I gave Kranjcar a 7 out of 10.
Same as me. I said that he was arguably our most creative player. He was involved in absolutely everything. If you look at the shots that we had, they either had an assist on it or a secondary assist.
Yeah.
He was just fantastic. It's quite clear that his legs have gone. Like I said, Jason Holt's obviously filling in for that by running twice as hard. But his creative spark and forward play was great. I mean, sometimes it didn't come off, which generally sometimes that happens with Kranjcar. But I thought he absolutely merited his 7 last night.
Absolutely, yeah. So let's just stop it there because I can see all the chats starting to talk about Niko, and I keep seeing the questions, so we're just going to ask you it straight because that's a sort of old firm discussion as well. Niko, is he starting against Celtic?
No,
absolutely not.
No, Windass will start ahead of him.
Yeah, lads, it was a great performance, but just not for me. He's just not got the legs. We need to do like a Harp's S performance and have every single person running, chasing, everything. Niko's just sadly not got that. And I thought Boston Scott's comment was quite funny when Niko is has got a football brain, but back to the Big Apple you going, Jan.
Yeah, and Fuck Driggs is in the chat as well when he says it's a byproduct of him trying to make those passes, the ones that get through, totally unlock the team. I agree with that.
Yeah, mate. Fuck Driggs still.
Because he's trying to make the killer pass, and I agree with Fuck Driggs.
Yeah. Right, let's move on to... I want to say Big Sexy for last. Let's talk about Alfredo Morelos. How did you rate him?
7.
7. All right. Okay.
I gave him a 7. It's clear that he's lacking in confidence, and actually Hugh Burns and David Robertson mentioned that a few times in the Rangers TV commentary. He passed up some really good opportunities to score, but when he did score, I think it kind of settled him down a little bit, and it was a cracking finish as well.
Yeah,
absolute cracking finish. And I really hope he scores against Celtic because that will do him the world of good.
I might have been too harsh. I wrote 6. The reason I wrote a 6 is just the missed chances, mate. See the one-on-ones and stuff like that. They pile up a wee bit, and I think as a striker you kind of judge. But again, I love these goals because he's missed one-on-ones, he's missed like quick chances, and it's normally the wee quick ones you score when you're low confidence. But he took the ball down. I ken there was a slight deflection, but he took it down, he turned it in and shot it. And I like that he's got the balls to do that after he's missed a couple of gilt-edged chances. So fair play to him, and like you say, he's only going to get better. And as they see him scoring against Celtic, I feel like everything's went against him. So yeah, some of the chat's going 7, blah blah blah. Andy Taker gives him a 7 as well. Loads of 7s, and people are laughing that I gave him a 6. Oh, come on, 6 is a good score. I'm not going there again. Right. Anything else you want to say about wee Alfredo before we move on?
No. Nice teeth. That's what I want to say. Nice teeth.
Yeah. Remember the chance he punted over the family stand? 6 from me. Comes from Kevin Innes.
I didn't remember that chance.
Oh, well done, Kev. I needed that because the comments were turning vile. Thanks for that, buddy. I appreciate that. Right, let's talk about Big Sexy Herrera. 2 sweet snags. Bang. There's one for you. That was such a lazy 2 sweet for you.
Sorry about that. Left hand as well, mate.
It was. That's it. You just kind of anchored it. It was like weird. Right, I loved it. Right, I want you to go first because people think I'm just too biased with him. I want to see what you rated.
Big Sexy, I gave a 6. Had a couple of chances, mostly crap. Took a sore one from Keeper, but there is something there with Big Sexy. But to be honest, from what I've heard, him and Pena, the reason they've not been starting is because of their application and attitude in training. It stinks. They're just not what we expect at Rangers. So I don't expect him to start against Celtic. I'd be very surprised if he did.
Yeah. Right, I can audit, mate. Have you seen the comments as we start talking about Big Sexy? There's high as 8s, there's low as 4s, there's people refusing to vote. Mate, he's so polarising. I gave him a 6 as well, and that might surprise a lot of people. I thought he done all right. I thought in the first half he was quite poor and kind of out of it. But when he got the knock, I thought he started playing angry, and that's when we started to see him like actually trying. And the later the game got, I thought he got better. He started holding the ball up. He started flicking it. He created a couple of opportunities as well. I still think he's very out of sync of the squad, if I'm honest with you. Sometimes like he was trying to make runs, but like, who was it? I think it was Jason Holt, was just looking at Morelos down the right-hand side rather than giving it to Herrera, because I look at stuff like that because of the players that doesn't get played, I try and hang it. And so, yeah, he's still a wee bit out of sync with the squad. He's still maybe a wee bit lazy if you want, but I thought towards the end of the game, the last 20 minutes, he started to win in headers, which he normally doesn't do. And yeah, holds the ball up, so he gets a 6 from me. So I gave both strikers a 6, even though Morelos scored. That's how shite I am. Right, let's talk about who replaced Morelos first. Let's go with, it was Hardy, wasn't it, that came on?
It was
Tom the Greyhound or something like that. Is that what Tom called him in the commentary? Was it the Greyhound?
Aye, that's right.
I just started laughing. I don't know why, but it just caught me. I just started laughing. I was like, what are you doing, Tom?
That's his nickname, the Greyhound.
He's
got fucking terrible posture. So if you look like his head's like really far forward, he's got a wee hunchback, so he looks like a dog.
It was just, he said it right, and I thought he expected maybe Burnsy or Robertson or something to speak back to him and interact with it, but nobody said that, so he just went, here's a Greyhound, and then it was just about a 5 seconds awkward silence. They went, because he's quick. And I was like, all right. Love you, Tom. Okay. I could listen to Tom and Burns just talk forever. See if they made a YouTube channel, they'd clean up.
Oh, they're brilliant. Oh, I absolutely love Tom Miller. He's a fucking legend. Absolute legend.
Some man. So what did you give Hardy?
I gave both subs a 6. Didn't do enough to kind of want any comments, I don't think, to be honest.
Yeah, I gave them 5s just because obviously I thought Morelos was involved in the game, scored a goal. I thought Herrera was involved, but the subs just kind of get anything really done. The game was kind of over. Weirdly, the subs kind of killed the game off, so fair play because all the momentum kind of just died. And I thought the last 5 minutes dragged like fuck, badly. But yeah, so that was my thoughts on him. Right, let's move to Murty. Murty Mania running wild. Back again. How did you feel about Murty?
I'll put the harmonica away because there's no way we're going to match up on scores.
Right, I need you to go first now
then. After the press conference today.
Oh fuck, I can what you're saying.
I would have expected Graham Murty to come out and protect his player, but he didn't. He was reading off a fucking sheet that Jim Traynor had prepared for him, and I felt it was quite spineless, to be honest. And I don't know if that's his fault or if it's the club's fault. I'm going to, a bit of both. But if that had been Walter Smith or anybody like that, they would have come out and said, it's despicable. The amount of times that Rangers players have received challenges that have resulted in fairly serious injuries and there's been nothing done about it. Something has to change. Even if he just said that, he doesn't even have to mention the referee or anything like that. Just come out and have a bit of a spine and protect your fucking players. Yeah. I mean, I've watched that challenge multiple times now, and there's people who are arguing it's because of the way that Ryan Jack goes in for the pass, but keeper's watching him. He lets the ball go past him. He's not even watching it. He's watching where his leg is, and he puts his leg out straight. Now, he's got time to kind of pull out of it. You can lift your legs up to try and make sure you don't fucking seriously injure the player, but he doesn't. He's a dirty bastard. He leaves his legs in, and for me, it's intentional. And I think it's
100% intentional.
It's absolutely disgusting. It's disgusting. Yeah. But that was my thoughts on Graham Murty anyway. And I like the guy, but I just don't think he's the pedigree of Rangers manager that we need.
I think he's too nice. Nicey. Can he please these?
It's starting to irritate me. See, when I'm watching him now in his post-match interviews and his press conferences, he does this thing, and I don't know if it's a tell that he's trying to hide something, but he kind of flickers his eyes when he's talking. When someone asks him a difficult question, and he kind of pushes his mouth up like, and he just gives like a kind of candid answer, and you're just like, that's not really what you want to hear. You want to hear the truth.
Fire. Aye.
Yeah, exactly. A bit of fire, a bit of passion. I don't.
Oh, sorry for interrupting you there. How do you think Ryan Jack feels? Like, obviously, he's strict, whatever's wrong with him, and he's reading what his manager that he plays for, rather than backing him, just kind of just flunt off saying, blah, blah, blah. How do you think he feels in it? I think he'd be kind of, maybe overrated, but gutted, kind of betrayed, like, what the fuck?
I'd be gutted. Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
I gave him a 5, by the way. That was my rating for people asking him, because I thought the game he'd done all right, but yeah, I wasn't, like you just said there, I wasn't happy with the comments. I gave him a 5. What did you give him out of 10?
Didn't. I just put spineless.
Oh, fuck, I love Angry Snags. I love it. It's my favourite snags.
I'm not having it, mate. Do you know what? We've been fucking through the shit mill, for 4.5 years now. 5 years, whatever. It's just, I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it. And we've been treated with contempt. The fans are, it's clear that the board think that the fans are just, wee wains, and we don't have intelligent brains in our heads, and it's disrespectful, and we deserve better. So that's
Robbie says spineless out of 10. Like, where was he going to the spineless spectrum? Just
spineless out of 10. spine 10. I don't know. I don't even know what the ratings are.
I Ken, you're annoyed by a minute. I felt a wee bit gutted when I read that. It was kind of like a gut punch. I looked at it, I was like, because I really like him. Like, I want him to do so well, but that kind of hurt. I thought maybe, see, even if it was Alan McCoy, and you can see a lot of McCoy and everything. I still think McCoy would have batted for our players and said something out. But maybe he was just like trying to play in the fence or something like that. Maybe he's not wanting the club because you can get fined and blah blah blah. Maybe for speaking out against refs. I'm trying to play both sides, but I can't defend him. I'm trying.
No, you can't. And Murray admitted himself that he's an enabler. He gives the players the tools that they need to complete their jobs. He's not a leader. He's not a guy that outwardly displays passion other than when he's jumping up and down and doing his headstands and all that. But it doesn't come across in his interviews, which I think is kind of key if he's to kind of control the press and what's happening out there. Because let's look at it another way. If we're wanting to try and kind of nullify the already negative press comments coming out about how Lee Griffiths should have had a penalty last time and all that sort of shit with the referee that's in charge, we should be countering that. A good PR department would come out and counter those stories and do it through those channels, the press conferences and stuff like that, and it's just not being done. So we're being left open to fucking stupid decisions. So thanks very much.
Beautiful, mate. I love it. I honestly, that's why I love doing live videos, because you can just sort of speak your mind, mate, and that's what I like to see. That's why I want the channel to be. A lot of people's actually kind of backing you there, mate, which was quite surprised, because I thought you were going to get a wee bit of a backlash for that, but a lot of people stand up for you there, mate, and saying that's not what they want in a Rangers manager. As much as we like them and everything like that, back to fucking players. All right, fuck the league. Fuck everyone else. Fuck the refs.
We are the people. We are the world's most successful club. We deserve better. We have high standards, high expectations, and those people that sit on this and behind their desks on a daily basis should be working their hardest to defend the club and the institution. But for me, they just don't do it. Again, they could be rated as spineless as well, the pricks. Give us the Rangers back, please. That's all we ask.
Perfect, mate. And let's move on for that then, and let's talk about the referee. What would you give the ref out of 10? Because I've seen a lot of negatives. Have you seen the refs? Like, they've just kind of took over the chat. I've never seen Thundercunt. I've seen everything right there instead of that. Are you going to give him a rating?
Minus 385.
All right, I was going 386. We were close.
No, we were close there. Harmonica was on standby, but he just... The quality of refereeing in Scotland is embarrassing. And we've got no real kind of complaints mechanism other than, referees get demoted for a week and then suddenly they reappear, refreshed and ready to make another stupid decision that, is seen on TV, but there's no retrospective punishment for. It's just an absolute joke, mate.
It's a sore one, because what seems to happen is you just get a week in the Championship and then you're back and you still be the shite. That's it. No difference. It's boring.
Agreed.
I thought the referee was shocking. I seen some bitchy comments in the recap because I talked to the ref and they were like, because Rangers never do bad fouls, Craig, eh? Rangers didn't foul. I'm like, just watch the game, man. The guy that's kicked Herrera in the face 2 seconds after taking Jack out the game. It was like, this is nuts. I think if you book him for the Jack King, Herrera doesn't get kicked in the face. It's clear. And then there was another challenge as well where I think it was on Jason Holt where he kind of came and scissored him. And the fucking challenge at the Rangers, luckily Holt jumped at the way right enough, and I think the guy got booked for it. Fair play if you want to say that to the ref, but shite referees there, mate.
Agreed.
Right, let's move on to the quick little discussion on the Celtic game, because obviously I'll make my prediction video maybe tomorrow or something like that, but I wanted to give you the opportunity to give your feelings and thoughts towards the game. If you've got maybe even a start lineup, again, it's very short notice. I've not spoken to you about it or anything like that, but are you thinking, what formation are you playing first?
I don't think it's going to change much from yesterday, to be honest.
Right, okay.
I think the only thing that will change is personnel. I think it'll be a similar shape. However, I think we'll go... it's difficult. I think Windass will probably push through the middle. I would say that would probably be the only change. I think Candace will come back in. And then I think it'll be midfield pairing of Holt and Jonas if Ryan Jack isn't fit, and then obviously McCrorie and this usual back four plus Fodringham. I think that's how they'll play it. I think they'd be daft to change it.
Oh well, right.
Too much, unless obviously they've been training for it. But we've got tomorrow, and that's it. So there's no way they're going to train a completely different system tomorrow for a game on Saturday. I can't see that. So I think it'll be quite similar to what I've said.
Curry Muncher writes in 5-3-1-1. That's the formation he'd play. That's ultra defensive. I always think the battle against Celtic, and I'll speak more this and more, it's going to be the middle of the park. If you can stifle the middle of the park, you're kind of stopping them for doing anything. And I think that's what Hearts done beautifully well. Like, they gave Brown 0.5 seconds on every ball. Like, every time he touched it, that young lad, he was on like a fucking rash. And you got to see what Brown's levels like are when he's actually getting pressure on him. And I think that's what you need to do with Celtic. So I'd maybe even play 4, maybe push to 5 in the middle. Me personally, but if you want to keep a win inside, mate, I completely understand why. Would you start 2 up front? Parkhead?
No, I think I'd probably start just Morelos up front on his own, with Windass obviously flitting between the midfield and the false 9.
Right, so let's get score predictions for you. Come on, Snags. I'm not telling you mine, by the way. But let's go, because I'm going to get everyone's. I'm going to get like Simi. I'm going to get Baz to send us little videos. So I'm going to put it up on the video tomorrow and have us all doing it. So this is your moment, Snags. So predictions for the Old Firm at Parkhead.
4-2 Rangers.
Yes, mate. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Back the boys. No negativity. All right. None of this. Oh, we're just accepting defeat and rolling air and dying. I saw like a comment saying, because I kind of said we'll beat Celtic on Sunday in my video yesterday, and he was like, I'm a Rangers fan, but if you think we've got any chance in hell of beating them, you're absolutely deluded. They're 1,000 times better than we'll ever be. And I've even hearted the comment because I wanted other people to see it, and I was just like,
did you know mean deluded?
What did I say?
Diluted.
Diluted, mate.
That's what you do to squash, mate. You put water in squash to dilute it. You know what I'm saying?
I'll fucking beat you at squash, all right? So that's what you got 4-2.
Aye, and I just want to point out, actually, people are saying, why has everybody been so harsh on Murty? I would like to pick up on a point which Murty made during his, was it his post-match or press conference? And he said on the Celtic game that he was hoping to enjoy the aftermath. So it's clear he watches us.
Clearly. This is the aftermath. Fair play him. I'm giving him a rating. I'm changing my rating to a 10. He gets a fucking 10, lad.
That's what he said. Hoping to enjoy the aftermath is what he said. He didn't mention you and me because he can't do that, obviously, for copyright reasons and all that.
Absolutely.
We'd have him in court.
Hey, fucking sue him. Fair play him. Good to see that. Delayed. Fucking look, everyone laughing at the diluted thing.
I've actually got orange squash for the fucking sponsor break.
I'm I say diluted, no diluted.
Fucking diluted,
I want to watch back the tape. Right, we're giving you goal scorers.
Morelos hat-trick. And then Windass will score an overhead kick.
Well, days bow.
Aye, of course he will.
Mate, his fucking Twitter game's on point lately. You've been watching it?
When he was talking about his jeans, man. What's he doing?
That's brilliant. Because somebody tried to rip the piss up, says, talk me through the jeans, and he just described it. I was like, oh, I'm in love with that dude. Like, he's so funny. He's fucking stupid. He's such a weird guy, eh? He makes me laugh. No. But so I'll give you my ratings, and I will give you Simmy's, Paul, Snags. He's already gave it. Bazzies, all that stuff in tomorrow's prediction video for the Old Firm game. Make sure you be fire and win this video. Actually, I'm just laughing at all the deleted comments. After this video goes live, come back and put your predictions in, because I'm going to try and turn it into a wee bit of fan video as well and have your guys in there. So once the video goes live, pop in with your Rangers versus Celtic predictions, and we'll have a wee bit of fun, and I'll read them out in tomorrow's video. But that's basically us, lads. Do you want to maybe tell them where they can find you on the old interwebs?
Aye, mate, you can find me on Twitter at Snagsy1980, at SNAGSY1980, and also the We Welcome the Chase podcast. Put it in on YouTube, We Welcome the Chase, whatever you like. Put in Baz as a ball bag, it'll probably still come up. But he's I love Baz, by the way, and so glad he's back in the country.
Obviously, what?
Check out the famous hats as well, the famous headwear. They're fucking quality. And folk are like, oh, they're so expensive. It's because they're made from cashmere wool. Honestly, the quality is unreal on these fucking things. That's why you pay a bit extra to get that quality.
DJ still wears pooper. I'm wearing joggers, mate. You know the script. I love it. Man, if we were wearing the same and you just blew your... Like, that'd have been so funny. See if you just went... and you just showed you were wearing the exact same... We'll cut all this out. It's fine.
Right.
Last question. I've seen that people's asking about where they found your top. Where do you get your top for? They keep asking. I get Scott or something like that in the comments.
I'm in a Facebook group which is called Rangers Memorabilia and Auctions. You can do a little search for it and find it, and obviously apply to join it. And basically, guys on there sell retro tops, and you just bid on them. This one I got for like £18. It's actually got the badge on the back, the 4 in a row.
Oh, that's sick, mate.
It's lovely. And this is the Founders Trail scarf, so check that out as well. I'm fucking branded out my fucking nut tonight.
Mate. How much are you getting paid for this, eh?
Nothing. I just get love from you. That's it. It's priceless.
Oh, you're too cute. Somebody, they're all wanting sponsor breaks, but I've literally not got any juice left in the house. Like,
pretend like you normally do.
Oh,
yeah. Come on then.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay. Fuck it. Let's do it then. Right, we need to find a song. I'm going to end with a sponsor break, lads. So, I've never faked a drink before, and I still haven't. Right, here we go.
Come on.
Sponsor break. Oh, that was a good, refreshing beverage. Right, that's us all done and dusted, lads. Still never faked the sponsor break. You can't really find me. I'll see you on the videos. Thank you for watching, and bye.
Cheerio.
Cheers. Bye.